Oh, look at him sleeping. He's like a little angel that killed 50 million people. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So once again, Disney have went out of their way to censor something on the behalf of the Chinese Communist government. This time being a Simpsons episode featuring jokes about Tiananmen Square, brutality of Mao Zedong, and they've pulled it from Hong Kong Disney Plus. So it seems, as always, Disney are on their knees again, sucking the old D. Hong Kong audiences have reported that an episode of The Simpsons which made a number of jokes at the expense of the Chinese government, communist government, including one poking fun at their denial of the 1989 Tiananmen Square protest, has been pulled from their region-specific version of Disney+. As first reported by local news outlet Stan News on November 27th, users with the China-governed administrative region have discovered that the 12th episode of the Series 6 10th season, Goo Goo Gai Pan, has been pulled from the Hong Kong version of Disney+. So you can see the screenshot here where it's episode 11 and jump straight to episode 13. Do they just do it thinking that they're not going to get caught? Like people ain't going to realise that there's an episode missing? The episode which sees the family take a trip to China in order to help Marge's sister adopt a local orphan was ostensibly memory hold by Chinese censors due to it featuring various jokes poking fun at the East Asian country's authoritarian government. These jokes include an assertion from Homer made while standing over the deceased body of Mao Zedong that the peaceful resting state of the late communist despot made him look like a little sleeping angel that killed 50 million people. Can't have that. Disney can't have that joke in there. That's really going to annoy the Chinese Communist government. And then you've also got this image that it shows in the episode where it says Tiananmen Square, on this site in 1989, nothing happened. So they're clearly pointing out that China swept this under the rug. Then you've got a visual parody of the infamous Tank Man image, now synonymous with the aforementioned events of June 5th, 1989. While not featured as a part of the script in and of itself, the episode may have also caused issues with censors due to its featuring of a map hung on the walls of the Chinese consulate in Springfield, which identifies Taiwan as a separate entity from China. Oh, you can't fucking do that. China do not like that. China really hate if you say Taiwan is a country. If you remember what happened to John Cena made the mistake of calling it a country, and then he had to apologise to the Chinese government and the Chinese people because they can't accept that Taiwan is a country. I'm not afraid to say it. But basically, that's you're not allowed to say Taiwan is a country. China's communist government really don't like that. As it says here, a reality which China's communist government continues to vehemently dispute. And if you talk to people in Taiwan, they say, yeah, we're a country. But you're not. If you're in Hollywood, you're not allowed to say that. Then you have to get on your knees again and suck the D. That's what you got. You got to bend over and say, "I'm sorry. I dared to call a country a country. I dared to call a country where the people that live there claim that they're a country." So that's definitely one they needed to get rid of. That one. You can't have that one in there. That's like one of the fucking worst things you can say. As of writing, Disney is yet to provide an official reason for the episode. We know what the reason is. It's always obvious what the reason is. Because they make money from China, they'll do anything to please them. And I mean anything. There's no line they won't cross just to please their overlords in China. But this is Disney's bread and butter. They just censor stuff on the behalf of China, or if it's the Middle East or like places like that, they'll censor stuff. They don't really stand by any of the principles that they set. Even if you've got like all the, like when they cut out gay scenes for China, or like the lesbian kiss in those shitty Star Wars films. After claiming that they're this progressive company, they're so diverse and all this, but when it comes to China, we're none of that. We forget all the principles we claim to have. That's because they don't have them in the first place. They're full of shit. Mostly they just think they're tapping into this audience that doesn't exist when it comes to the West, but when it comes to like the likes of China, the Middle East, we'll pull that shit out there quite easily. That's why, if you notice, whenever they do this stuff in films, they always put it in something that's easy to edit out. Like the lesbian kiss from, I don't even remember now. They were shit films, but when you're in Hollywood, there's no criticism of China allowed. You can't criticize them because they make money off them. That's why. But yeah, this just goes back to what Disney are. We just censor stuff all the time. And like I said with John Cena, he had to apologise he claimed he was apologising to the government and the people. I don't really think the people had a problem with him saying Taiwan is a country. It's the Chinese government did. But it's expected from Disney. They will do whatever they need to suck the devil's D. That's just what they'll do. But that's all I got to say on that anyway. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.